What if high levels of a single hidden hormone are secretly sabotaging your body, blocking your weight loss, causing constant exhaustion, and forcing your liver to store stubborn visceral belly fat? No matter how strictly you count calories or how intensely you exercise, that hidden master regulator is cortisol, widely known as your primary survival and stress hormone. Cortisol is produced by your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. In short, acute doses, cortisol is actually beneficial. It boosts your alertness in the morning, regulates blood pressure, controls fluid balance, and gives you the energy to respond to immediate physical threats. However, in our fast-paced modern world, chronic psychological stress, constant digital notifications, sleep deprivation, ultra-processed foods, and chemical exposure keep your body trapped in a state of continuous alarm. When your cortisol levels stay elevated day after day, your endocrine system breaks down, your metabolic rate drops, and your cellular health suffers severely. In this comprehensive, deep dive guide, you will discover the 5 critical warning signs that your body is trapped in a high cortisol state, along with the biological mechanisms driving them and the exact science-backed protocols to lower your stress hormones naturally. Pay very close attention to warning sign number 4, because millions of people experience it every single night without realizing it is actively destroying their metabolic health. Welcome back to Health and Fitness. If you are ready to master your endocrine system, lose visceral fat naturally, and reclaim your daily energy, please hit the like button, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Health and Fitness right now to join our community. Sign number 1, stubborn, visceral, midsection fat, facial puffiness, and water retention. When cortisol remains elevated for extended periods, your brain perceives that you are in a state of ongoing physical emergency or famine. In response, cortisol triggers specific enzymes, most notably 11-beta-hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase type 1, which actively mobilizes fatty acids from your limbs and redeposits them directly into visceral fat tissue surrounding your abdominal organs. Visceral fat cells have 4 times more cortisol receptors than regular subcutaneous fat cells located under your skin. This turns your midsection into a biological magnet for deep abdominal fat storage. Furthermore, chronically high cortisol interferes with your body's sodium-potassium balance by stimulating aldosterone receptors. This forces your kidneys to retain excess sodium and fluid, leading to persistent fluid accumulation. This often manifests as facial puffiness, swollen eyelids in the morning, and a rounded, inflamed face, a clinical phenomenon commonly known as moon face. Sign number 2, intense afternoon sugar cravings, blood sugar spikes, and energy crashes. Cortisol plays a direct role in gluconeogenesis, the process by which your liver breaks down proteins and amino acids into glucose to release quick energy into your bloodstream. When cortisol spikes due to stress, it forces a rapid surge in blood sugar, even if you haven't eaten a single carbohydrate. To manage this sudden glucose surge, your pancreas releases a large wave of insulin to shuttle sugar out of your blood and into storage. This excessive insulin response causes a sudden, dramatic drop in blood sugar a few hours later, known as reactive hypoglycemia. By mid-afternoon, typically between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., your brain registers this low blood sugar as an energy crisis and releases ghrelin, your primary hunger hormone. This triggers uncontrollable, intense cravings for fast-acting carbohydrates, processed sugars, pastries, and chocolates. It is not a lack of willpower. It is a physiological cry for glucose, driven by erratic cortisol and insulin swings. Sign number 3, exhausted all day, yet completely wired and restless at night. In a healthy endocrine system, cortisol follows a distinct diurnal circadian rhythm. Cortisol levels should naturally peak early in the morning, around 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., during what scientists call the cortisol awakening response. This morning, peak wakes up your brain, activates your metabolism, and gives you natural morning energy. Throughout the day, cortisol is meant to gradually slope downward, reaching its lowest point late at night, around 10 p.m., allowing your pineal gland to produce melatonin for deep sleep. However, chronic modern stress completely flips this natural circadian curve upside down. When your adrenal glands are overworked, you experience low cortisol in the morning, leaving you feeling groggy, exhausted, and incapable of functioning without heavy caffeine. Then, as the evening progresses, your body experiences a delayed cortisol surge. When your head hits the pillow, your nervous system is flooded with stress signals, leaving you feeling physically exhausted yet mentally wired, with racing thoughts, an elevated resting heart rate, and an inability to fall into restful sleep. Sign number 4, unexplained waking between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. with racing thoughts. This is one of the most widespread yet misunderstood nocturnal symptoms of adrenal dysregulation. If you routinely have no trouble falling asleep at 10 or 11 p.m., but find yourself waking up wide awake around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or 4 a.m. with a pounding heart, night sweats, or a sudden surge of anxiety, elevated nighttime cortisol is almost certainly the underlying culprit. Here is what happens inside your body as you fast through the night. Your liver relies on stored glycogen to maintain stable blood sugar for your brain. If your liver glycogen stores are low due to chronic stress or high-carb evening meals, your blood sugar drops dangerously low in the middle of the night. Your body interprets this nighttime blood sugar drop as a survival threat and fires an emergency flood of cortisol and adrenaline from your adrenal glands to raise blood glucose. This sudden surge of adrenaline instantly activates your sympathetic nervous system, pulling you out of restorative rapid eye movement and slow wave sleep and locking your brain into fight or flight mode. Sign number 5, muscle breakdown, persistent joint aches, brain fog, and gut issues. Cortisol is fundamentally a catabolic hormone, meaning its primary biological mandate during times of stress is to break down tissue to supply immediate metabolic fuel. When cortisol levels stay high, your body begins breaking down healthy skeletal muscle tissue into circulating amino acids. This leads to unexplained muscle loss, decreased physical strength, joint discomfort, and prolonged soreness after light workouts. Furthermore, chronic cortisol overstimulation directly damages the hippocampus, the key memory and learning center in your brain. This structural overload impairs synaptic plasticity, resulting in persistent brain fog, poor focus, memory lapses, and mental fatigue. On top of that, high cortisol inhibits the vagus nerve and shuts down non-essential digestion. This reduces stomach acid, suppresses digestive enzyme secretion, weakens the mucosal lining of your gut, and alters your gut microbiome, leading to intestinal permeability, chronic bloating, and systemic food sensitivities. A comprehensive 5-step blueprint to lower cortisol and reset your hormones. Reversing chronic high cortisol and restoring your metabolic health requires a structured, multifaceted approach targeting your circadian biology, nutrition, supplementation, and nervous system. Recovery. Step 1. Master morning sunlight and light hygiene. Within 30 minutes of waking up, step outside and get 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight directly into your eyes without wearing sunglasses. Sunlight triggers specialized photoreceptors in your retina that communicate directly with the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the master circadian clock in your brain. This anchors your daily cortisol curve, ensuring a strong morning surge and signaling your brain to clear cortisol and release melatonin at the correct time of night. In the evening, reduce exposure to artificial blue light from phones, tablets, and televisions at least 2 hours before bed, or wear blue light blocking glasses to preserve nighttime melatonin synthesis. Step 2. Re-engineer your morning nutrition and caffeine timing. Never consume caffeine on an empty stomach immediately upon waking. When you pour caffeine into an already stressed system with elevated morning cortisol, you trigger a massive adrenaline spike that destroys blood sugar stability for the rest of the day. Instead, delay your first cup of coffee by 60 to 90 minutes. Always consume a protein-dense breakfast containing at least 30 grams of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential electrolytes before or alongside your morning coffee. This cushions your adrenal response, stabilizes blood glucose, and stops afternoon sugar cravings before they start. Step 3. Utilize science-backed adaptogens and targeted minerals. Specific natural compounds have been clinically shown to modulate the HPA axis and buffer the body's physiological stress response. ASM66, ashwagandha, is an adaptogenic herb backed by numerous clinical studies demonstrating its ability to significantly lower serum cortisol levels, reduce stress perception, and improve sleep quality. Additionally, supplementing with bioavailable magnesium glycinate or magnesium L-threonate about 45 minutes before bedtime helps relax blood vessels, calms the central nervous system, and prevents nocturnal cortisol spikes. L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea, can also be taken during periods of mental stress to promote calm alpha brainwave activity without causing drowsiness. Step 4. Activate your parasympathetic nervous system with physiological sighs. You cannot talk your way out of a physiological stress response. You must use your breath to signal safety to your brain. Whenever you feel stress rising, or right before going to bed, practice the double physiological sigh. Take 2 deep, consecutive inhales through your nose. 1 deep inhale, followed immediately by a quick top-off inhale, and then execute 1 long, slow, extended exhale through your mouth. Repeating this breathing pattern just 3 to 5 times rapidly expands collapsed lung alveoli, slows down your resting heart rate, activates the vagus nerve, and forces your parasympathetic nervous system to suppress adrenal cortisol production within seconds. Step 5. Adjust your exercise intensity and prioritize low-stress movement. While regular physical activity is essential for health, engaging in frequent, high-intensity interval training or heavy, exhaustive cardio when your cortisol is already chronically high only adds fuel to the hormonal fire. Excessive high-intensity exercise acts as an additional severe physical stressor, driving cortisol even higher and worsening muscle breakdown. Shift your primary exercise focus toward low-intensity, steady-state movement, such as daily 30 to 45-minute walks in nature, Zone 2 cardiovascular training, mobility work, and structured resistance training with adequate rest periods between sets. Walking outdoors lowers sympathetic tone and speeds up lactate and cortisol clearance. By implementing this comprehensive hormonal reset protocol, you transition your body out of chronic fight-or-flight mode and unlock sustainable daily energy, crystal clear mental focus, restorative, deep sleep, and natural, long-term visceral fat loss. Which of these 5 warning signs of high cortisol have you been dealing with recently? Let us know your experience in the comments section below. If you found this detailed metabolic guide valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with family and friends, and subscribe to Health and Fitness right now for daily science-backed health and weight loss strategies. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.